Hey Rick,
Hey, Megan.
here it is. It's Tuesday. We missed last week, mostly because of me. And then it was your birthday. Happy belated birthday.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. I've made it one more year. That's all good.
Yeah, hallelujah, because that is something to celebrate, right? You're mobile,
Yeah,
you're
boy, I'm
healthy,
feeling good. Yeah,
you're moving around. I love it. So good. So
yep,
happy belated birthday.
I can tie my shoes without holding my breath. So that's probably a good sign.
Oh, yeah, exactly. So here it is, the end of the year. And it's very, very quiet in my neck of the woods, which is usually not very quiet. So this is sort of unusual. It's a combination of I think a little bit of buyer fatigue
Mhm.
and also the interest rates went all over the place this year.
Yeah.
That's added to the buyer. I mean, every buyer I meet is like exhausted.
Hmm.
And
Hmm.
also the lack of homes for sale. There's just like nothing for sale. I was looking for open houses last weekend in the whole city of Anaheim, which is 52 square miles and about 350,000 people. There were two open houses. There were like
Ouch.
I was looking I was looking like under the 900,000 price range.
Hmm.
And yeah, it was like, are you kidding me? There's only 13 houses for sale and only two open
That's
houses.
alarming. Wow. Wow.
It is alarming. And those 13, God bless them, they're not new listings. They've been sitting on the market for weeks, some of them months, because they have something going on that people didn't swoop them up right away. So that brings us to our next part of the conversation, which is what do realtors do at the end of the year and how do we prepare for the next year? So I
Hmm.
know that a lot of people, I know this is probably, you have your own version of this, but, this is a business. It's not things that we just do by chance or by luck or just to be in the right place at the right time. Absolutely not. It's a
Right.
business, it's run as a business.
That's right.
And so I'll tell you a little bit about, well, but I'll tell the audience a little bit about what I do at the end of the year to prepare for the next year. So, first, I have to identify what worked and what didn't work in this
Okay.
year. And so, we sit
Hmm.
down as a team and we go over the things that we did that worked and the things that didn't work so that we don't make a mistake and that we are spending our money and our time in the right place. And so, we review and then we really are going after my clients, my, loyal, amazing clients who I have a relationship with. We want to stay in touch with them. We want to be on their minds. We want to make sure that they know how much they're appreciated because most of my business comes from referrals
Yep.
and my neighborhood. So that's the really fun part of my business. Some realtors, most of their business comes from like knocking on people's doors or cold calling. And that's a hard no thank you for me. I like to
Mhm.
have celebrations and be an asset to the community. So I'll tell you what we have this year. In 2024, these are the events we decided on. In February, we're going to have electronics recycling at the office. So people bring like everything. There's a couple of things that they can't recycle. But my office, like the front conference room and the front
Mhm.
entryway is full of appliances.
Mm.
So people want to get rid of those electronics, I should say. So that's
Like
a really
computer
good
stuff, like
event.
computers and printers and
Yeah,
that kind of stuff.
everything. Phones,
Hmm.
anything that's because there's a nonprofit that we work with that takes them, and so they get a little money
Okay.
from that. And it's a
Okay.
good
Very
way
good.
to invite people into the office, and this is a public event. We have private events too. Um, and then on in March, we're going to host a community yard sale. We're going to see how that's going. And that was not my first choice of things to do, but a lot of my neighbors have asked me to do it. So we're going to get a Facebook page going so people can post pictures of
Oh,
if they
cool.
have anything cool that they want to talk to people about that they're selling. And then you'll come to our office for a map and some donuts and some coffee, and then you can hit the road and go shopping.
Very cool.
Um,
I like
yeah,
it.
and then thank you. And then April 20th, we have a paper shred event at the office. That is the craziest event that we have for the public because people show up with it like entire minivans full of boxes. And we
Wow.
have it on April 20th because you only have to hold records for so many years and it's right
Mhm.
after tax filing. So people usually have stuff to get rid of. And these are all free. And then the last public event will be next December, and we're actually going to do it this weekend. We have this photographer come and she takes pictures of people. I've had people bring their dogs, their families. She takes the most beautiful portraits. And so she's going to come in and we're going to have hot cocoa and pictures with Santa. And we have our calendars there. So if somebody didn't get a calendar in the mail, then they can come and pick it up and feel good about that. So every time we have an event, we have a few weeks ahead of marketing each event, and then we keep track of who comes. It's just like when we have a house that's coming up for sale. The whole
Right,
thing is,
right.
yeah, getting the word out and staying top of mind of people, offering a service. It's sort of a win-win situation. And then we have VIP events. So people that get invited to VIP events, it's not because I'm mean that not everybody's invited. It's because it's costs a lot of money, right? So we have a VIP event at the Colony Wine Merchant once a year.
Wow.
We have a floral day, Mother's Day floral arranging class. We've got a picnic at Pearson Park, and then we have family photos at George Washington Park, and then of course we have the pie party. So those are our events. Besides events and my newsletter and some Google advertising, uh, I pretty much that's all the stuff we're going to pay for to promote the business because the rest is just to promote the listings.
Yeah, that's a
But
lot going on. It's a full calendar.
it is a full calendar.
Yeah.
And that's what you have to be when you're a realtor. You have to be present, you have to know how to market, you have to keep your team busy because, everybody,
Oh,
does well when they're under a little bit of pressure and just to keep in touch with people. So
yeah, that's important. Super
yeah,
important.
so that's our
Yeah.
2024 calendar going on. And then we have to work on the calendar that takes months, that calendar that we print.
Yeah, it
So yeah,
does.
we're always on our toes. But you know what kills me sometimes when people say to me, I was gonna call you and ask you this, but I know that you're really busy. Do people ever say that to you?
Hmm. They do.
Like, listen, I
Yeah.
and I never ever complain about being busy. I'm not one of those people like, oh, I'm so busy. It's not like a thing. I try to never
Yeah.
say the word even.
Hmm.
you know, I'm productive. I have a whole team of people. So if you need something, just call me. I'm not busy. I'm not running around with a chicken with my head cut off. If I miss your call, leave a message or send a text and I'll call you back. It's not
Yeah.
a big deal.
And you have resources that can help. You
Totally.
have a
I'm
lot
like,
of resources. You have a
Tim and
lot
I
of
were talking
contacts, a
about
lot
this.
of things you can do.
Yeah, we were talking about this the other day when we were driving from a Christmas party. And I said, I know everybody. I know everybody. It's very, very rare that you call me and ask me if I know somebody for something and I don't. I think it's happened once all year. Somebody, uh, you know, needed something I didn't have. So yeah, whatever you need, whatever you have, call me. I'm not too busy. I have all this stuff going on, but it's a very controlled
Mhm.
situation because there's a plan in place. And our number
Right?
one priority is to serve people. So yeah, just call us. What are you doing? What
Make
are
it
you planning
you
for
you make it
2024?
sound easy.
It is. It is easy because it's been this will be my 26th year in real estate. So we
Yeah.
have tried and tested everything. And these are the things that work for us, and so then we have a plan. We get like a big paper calendar out and we back up everything 6 weeks, 6 weeks, 6 weeks, and we start working on it,
Mm.
right then.
It's
So,
amazing what you do. I don't know. You're just amazing. That's all I can tell you.
oh,
Crazy.
Rick, stop. What are you doing? What are you planning for 2024?
I do a lot of this time of year. I take time. I don't really take time off like per se, but the time I do have, I really plan on some marketing and strategies and planning for next year and things I'm going to do, just like you do. Not as detailed as you are, but I certainly have a plan in place, and I know I'm going to go after it and what we're going to do and how we're going to serve families. At the end of the day, you and I can both agree it's always about serving families, and if we can do that, we've done our job.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, no matter what your family
Mhm.
consists of, we are here and uh ready to help and get things going, and I hope that people start feeling a lot less fatigued, but I'm a little bit nervous because you said the rates are going back down, and
Yeah,
without having a lot of houses on the market,
yeah,
it's like, man, I
yeah,
know we talked a few weeks ago about the some things that are going on across the country about realtors and things that are in the news and that sort of thing. And I'm hoping, I just hope that the people that, aren't very good at doing this go and find another job when things are slow and don't come back, you know, because
yeah.
this whole
Oh,
buyer
so
fatigue
true.
thing, yeah, this whole buyer fatigue, seller fatigue, agent fatigue, it's all because, you know, there's a lot of normal stuff there, but there's a lot of abnormal things that go on that you're like, really? That's
Mhm.
what a creep, and
Yeah,
so,
we both see that. We talk about that sometimes, and it's like, yeah. Like you said in the beginning of our conversation today, this for us, it is a business. We run it like a business to help families. And so many people in our business treat this as a side hustle.
mhm,
And so
mhm,
they lack certain skill sets and certain sets of
mhm.
knowledge and history to know how to structure and how to help people.
Oh
And
yeah.
so you and I get involved in transactions where we have to carry a lot of that load because the other person doesn't know. They don't know what
Mhm,
they don't know because they're not
mhm.
really fully engaged.
Total nightmare. It is a total nightmare. I'm
It
dealing with
is.
somebody right now, where, there's a 1031 exchange involved, and there's another realtor involved, and I cannot get a hold of this realtor. I think they are probably at a different job, but it's like, if
Mhm.
your client knew that you did not know what you're doing and you're doing a 1031 exchange and you're up against the clock, and if there's certain rules, I mean, you've got 45 days to identify 3 properties after you close escrow on your first property for an exchange, and you have to buy one of those properties. It can't be like any willy-nilly property. You have to buy one of them, and
Right.
if you fail to name them, then you lose your exchange, and
Mhm.
you're going to pay a
There's
lot of money in
consequences for
taxes.
that, for sure.
So anyway, yeah, I'm looking forward to these times the way they are. Some people going to get another job and leave the rest
That's fine.
to,
That's fine. They can
yeah,
all get their jobs and do what they have to do and
yeah,
let us take care of the business. Sorry, that's just
exactly.
how it rolls some days, it
Uh,
feels like.
I know it is. So anyway, all right, Rick, I appreciate you. We'll see you next week. And
Appreciate
then
you.
we decided that we're going to talk next week about changing financing when you're in the middle of a transaction,
Yep.
and what that means, and if you're allowed to do it, and what the scoop is. So I'm gonna get some contractual stuff together so that I can bring it to the meeting, and we'll go over it and decide,
That'll be fun for
can
sure.
you
I can
do
guarantee it.
it? All right, Rick. Thank you. I'll talk to you soon.
Thanks, Megan. See you. Take care.
Bye.